Howdy, folks. Thanks to Zach Williams for pointing out this cool tool called Screencast-O-Matic, which is what I'm using to make this video. And so what I'm going to do is try to real quickly go through some ways that you can make reading and editing our OUSociology Reddit subpage more effective for you and less a hassle and um, better organized. So the first thing you should notice is you can see for any particular link, there's a bunch of little options that are linked along below it, which I'm highlighting here with the pointer. And a cool one that you can use is called Save. Okay, and so if I click on that, that's going to add it to a list of saved links, which are accessible right here. So if I click on that, then I'll have all of the links that I saved, and then you should save the links that are most helpful to you when you find them in OUSociology, and then you can come back and check them out. Like for instance, I've saved the welcome thread and the homework help thread, and this one about the video, and one about TA Zeke, and I'm going to add some other ones to it. Okay, now I'm just going to click back and go back to where I was. So just as a rule, that's a helpful thing to do, and it'll help you find things in the future, because the nature of Reddit pages is the order of the links here changes moment to moment, and so you can't remember where things are just by kind of remembering where they are on the page. Another sort of piece of advice is that there's a tool called Reddit Enhancement Suite that you can add to your browser, and the way to get there is you can just go to Google and type in Reddit Enhancement. Oh, look, it's already finishing it, and it's sweet like a room, not sweet like candy. So we'll put that one in, and then here it is, and we'll click on that. And you can see that you can get it for 4 different browsers. You can get it for Chrome, Firefox, Opera, and Safari, but not, sadly enough, Internet Explorer, partly because Internet Explorer is kind of lame. And real quick, I'll show you one way that Internet Explorer is kind of lame. We'll go back to here, and then we'll compare it to the same page for Internet Explorer. And one of the things you notice is that Internet Explorer has wasted a bunch of your page, and if you have a laptop or another small screen, that's kind of a pain because a bunch of the page is taken up by stuff that you don't need to look at, like this little suggested sites, blah blah blah. So anyways, you should explore using other browsers if that's the one you're using, because you can't use Reddit Enhancement Suite with it, and it also makes less usable space on your screen. So anyways, but the other thing that this does is it allows us to see the difference between Reddit Enhancement Suite and the normal version of Reddit, because I'm logged into both of them on the 2 different screens. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here and I'm going to scroll down until we get to one of the big threads, like the homework one help thread. I'm going to click on that there, and then I'm going to go on the other one and find homework thread there, and click on open it up in both of them. And this way you'll be able to see one of the nice features of the Reddit Enhancement Suite. There we go, finally. So Internet Explorer finally opens, and one of the things you notice right away is, let me scroll down just a little bit here, is that when you look at the messages and the replies, it's much more obvious who is replying to whom when the Reddit Enhancement Suite is turned on versus when it's not. Okay, and so that can be helpful for following conversations where there's a bunch of people talking, and right here you can see that there's 3 levels of replies, and then it's a little bit harder to see in the same conversation over here without it. So anyways, that's one of the advantages. And so much for not using Reddit Enhancement Suite. So you have to put it on your computer so that you can put it on your own computer, and it's browser specific anyways. So OUSociology, I'm going to go back to that. And let's see, there's something else I wanted to show you. Let me pause for a second. Okay, I remembered. So up here at the top of my screen, you can see that it lists my subreddits, all random friends, and then mod because I'm a moderator, and then OUSociology. I'm moderator of this site. It's not like it's anything big fancy. Anyways, so what's cool is that you can click on that too, and you can add from a list. Okay, and it just gives you random suggestions. The only one that I'm actually going to add up here is this one, OUSociology, and I've already done it. But if I click where it says plus shortcut, it'll add a shortcut up here at the top of the screen. And then once you have that, then it's easy to get back to that. So there we go. So that makes it easy. So if you are logged in and you show up, you can have a direct link right to the site. You don't have to search for it or try to find it any other way. Um, and another way you could find it is if you've made any comments. This is another way you can save links. If you want to get back to a particular discussion and a particular part in it, you can always make a comment in that thread, and then you can see what you've contributed. And the way you do that is by clicking on your name. And so I'm going to click on mine there. And I've contributed a bunch of stuff, right? And you can see that I think I deleted something because it was redundant. And the other things that I've posted, and so you would have fewer things because you're not having to try to lead the class and stuff like that, but you'll have stuff there that you can come back and find, so I can go back to that conversation. And one of the things you can do is you can click full comments for that. So here is a comment that I made, and I can go to the full comments like this, and then there I am, and I can see my contribution to it. It makes it easier to find. And then when I want to go back, I click on OUSociology, and there I am. So I hope that's helpful, and have a great weekend.